You know where the ball at?
I don't know, he's moron. He's wrong in the way. Hey, that's something that should be done for him. Dude! I was waiting for you to open the door the whole time. I can sucker punch you right now.
I'm going back to the base.
No, you go there. I said, man. You do like that. And then time you get there to do, and you don't got anything to say. You can't take it in there. You got kids? I know my son, he's 6 years old. But look though, he waiting right here. That was a deal. Actually, that's our partner. Yeah, right here.
I don't know, they probably do it. Cause they feel they don't got nothing better to do at the school. We ain't really learning nothing. The teachers ain't really teaching what they supposed to be, but they supposed to be teaching us what they can sit in the classes and enjoy what we're doing and be ready to learn. So they go on the whole and find something better to do. I guess they feel like they want to set fires, pour the fire on so they can get out to school and don't got to worry about doing the work.
Why do kids set fire or falsely pull fire alarms at West?
I don't know what the reason is. I just think they're trying to get out of going to class, just trying to cause the disruption of what's going on every day. And I just think some of them just don't have nothing else better to do, trying to impress their friends. I don't know what the case may be.
Okay.
Because they know that they got a lot of friends and their friends won't say nothing, so they know they're not going to be in trouble.
They want to disrupt the program. I don't know. They want to feel some sense of power. We all evacuate to know that they did that. I don't know why they do it. They need something and don't have the verbal skills to say, I need something from this school that I'm not getting. I need something in this life that I'm not getting.
Why do people pull the fire alarms? I would have to say just to get out of class because, most people really don't have a future, so they find a reason to get out of school early, things like that.
I think that they're desperately looking for attention in just any way to sit there and garner some sort of praise or something from the people around them, and I think it's an easy, cheap way to get out of school for the day because they don't really realize how important school is.
I think it's dumb because there's no point. It's dumb. What are you accomplishing by setting fires? You're a big person?
All right.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
You know it's like, that shit was crazy. We out there fucking.
Niggas ball pit top.
What did it occur?
Let me have good.
I'm going to spoil the picture, don't spoil the picture.
What we going to do after that, though?
Oh my God, it's a fire! It's a fire!
Oh my God! Sometimes it messes the whole day up because it makes it harder for us to concentrate. Like when an alarm continuously just keep going on and on.
Like usually when people hear the fire alarm go off, they try to run out the building, try to be smart, call fire and all like that, like fire and all like that, and it's just crazy because you need to just stay in class.
When I'm sitting at my desk doing my work, I be worried about when the fire alarm goes off, and I be worried about if it's a fire or not, because sometimes it just be going off because little dumb people be pulling it.
Ooh, all right, damn. My fault.
It really is disappointing. It's very disappointing when students have been reported to pull the alarm because it disrupts the instructional day. And that means that teaching tends to stop, all other normal school activities tend to stop.
What happens when people set fires?
Just like that, it might not even be real. It might not even be real.
Everyone knows just to not do anything, just ignore the fire alarm because I don't know how many we've had this year, but only one has been a real fire, and they've been coming on pretty quickly saying, just ignore the fire alarm, but yeah, when the fire alarm rings, nobody does anything.
You're the fire!
Oh, get out of here!
When the fire alarm goes off, we confirm whether or not there is a fire. Fortunately, most times this year that has not been the case. When it's a false alarm, rather than disrupt the whole learning process and evacuate, we just turn the alarms off and proceed as usual. When there is a fire, we evacuate, call the fire department, make sure everything's safe before folks come back in the building. And then we rely on students to tell us what they know about who was in the vicinity when the fire started. And as we identify folks, either through input from students and staff or the cameras, we suspend them, we call the fire marshal in to interrogate them with the hopes of being able to arrest someone.
Well, they have to report when the alarms go off. And if there's a fire, even though that may be a trash fire or a small fire, they still have to evacuate the building. So the fire codes have to be respected.
Then in class, somebody like, if the principal give you an announcement saying, this is not a drill, this is not a drill, that's when you go outside. That's when you go outside and do what you gotta do, go across the street, get away from the fire. But it'd be like when they call, yeah, this is not a drill, this is drill, this is drill, this is drill, and that's when everybody be outside. Oh, I'm leaving anyway, and all like that, and that's crazy.
There's definitely defined rules for infractions like that. That's a level 2 or level 3 infraction according to the school code of conduct, which the school district uses to govern misbehavior. When students are apprehended, they're either suspended and or arrested for such offenses.
I mean, they're pretty, they do the best they can. You guys know that pulling the fire alarms has become a regular practice at school, and they do the best they can to try to take away the attention that the students are trying to get by pulling the alarm, or by taking away the disrupting that the students are trying to do.
Now people just think of West as a place where, you know, people don't study or nothing. Like, they just set fires and try to burn the school down. So reputation gotta be, you know, at its worst point right now.
The reputation of the school, like, I think I'm kind of like I got messed up a little bit, like in my little college search and everything, and like my job search, because they be hearing like I go to West. I just be thinking like, yeah, they pretty much see me as, you know, a fire setter. I ain't set the fires and I don't care who set them, but it's just like, it kind of ruined it for everybody else, you know, when they be trying to do something with themselves.
What do you think people think outside of the schools when they set fires?
They got a stereotype on the school because the people who set the fires, like, they think everybody crazy. So, like, when people say West, oh, you go to West? Oh, that's a bad school. They set fires. They crazy there. No,
and it's really
probably one person or try 2 people, but it's not everybody. So don't put a stereotype on me like I'm bad just because I go to West. You see, I can do something. I can be something, and I am gonna be something when I get out of this school. So that's it.
Well, I think in general, you know, we have able to respond quicker to these false alarms. I think that what the school district has done in terms of the building, cutting off some of the exits makes it a little bit easier to manage this year. So I think those are things that helped us out. And I think a lot of the students this year are also getting fed up with some of the fire alarms and helping us out to catch the perpetrators.
As far as the fire alarms go, from what I've heard from other teachers is that last year the principals didn't even like make any announcements that it's a false alarm, anything like that. And the one thing that I really liked was Principal Cruz came on the announcement, the loudspeaker, after the actual fire, and she just made a little speech about how our school's doing really well, and it's only, you know, 1 or 2 students that did this, and basically she said that we're not going to let them affect our progress.
Do you think the school been better this year than last year?
Based on all reports from parents, students, staff, and community people, it is very much improved from last year. Just from a personal standpoint of hearing it in the news, seeing it on the TV and whatnot, and as a teacher taught here from years ago and just talking to my colleagues, it's definitely an improvement, although we have a long way to go and a lot of room for improvement, but it's drastically much better than it was last year.
Do you think this year better than last year?
Yeah, I think this year better than last year. It's more, the kids more about to behave. The teachers trying better to teach. and like this class is making the school better.
I think this is the best year compared to last year. Yeah, like educationally wise, like a lot of the fun stuff we used to do is kind of cut out. But yeah, education is really there this year.
I think this place is 100 times better than it was last year. Things are going much smoother. People actually understand where they're going. The school's much safer. I think it's just a happier place to be all the way around.
Everybody needs to take part in the change. For the school to really work, there needs to be more student buy-in. The students need to be involved a little bit more through student government, student union, all the after-school activities. Just look at the after-school activities that are offered this year compared to last year. There's a fashion club, a drama club, a music club, a movie club, there's drill team, dance team, and so the students have a lot more options this year than they do last year. And when you're offered things that direct your energy in a positive way, you're less likely to do things like light a school on fire because you like being there a little bit more than you did before because the school is offering you something in return. And so change comes from both sides. The adults in the building need to offer the students and give students the opportunity to express themselves, and the students need to not throw that opportunity away. They need to accept that opportunity and work with it to change, a lot like what you guys are doing in this class. So.